Now's your opportunity to explore, coach, and compete in one of the most unique leagues that the sport has ever seen. Contact Seth at lacrosse.co.il.
Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2019 Alex Hrebesky Memorial here in gorgeous Radotín, Czech Republic. It is a beautiful day. A few clouds, so it doesn't get too sweltering, but a lovely warm afternoon. I am Steven Stamp. I'm joined by Pete Saya. Once again, haven't had you up here for about a year now.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here. Knockout round.
There you go. Great to have you back. Member of the Mega Men and former member of Team Slovakia. So you have a rooting interest here for the Bratislava Bats. Good, solid club. Dennis English leading the offense, but they are in tough against the gray-clad Ladner Pioneers.
That's right, and I will do my best to let my bias show, I promise.
I trusted you would. So the Pioneers, winners in their first two games, are in the silver division because they haven't been in the tournament for a while. So they came out and were in silver group A, beat Chocolax 10-0, beat Adler 8-0. So they have been very solid. And the Bats, they lost to the Nova Scotia Privateers 6-1. And then the game of the tournament so far against TJ Malasice, 2 goals in the final 5 seconds, including Neil Casey with a, Dean Casey, sorry, with a goal of 1/10 of a second to play.
The crowd was going crazy. It was
They were.
one of the best moments of the tournament so far.
It was wonderful.
Oh.
Bratislava gets the first possession, but absolutely running over Fleury was Greg Lund. Sorry, that was Ryan Keith with the big hit. And we have a penalty already. So it's an illegal cross-check call.
Looked like a little retaliation after an initial cross-check.
Yeah, I mean, Fleury got run over. Kind of from the back side, but it wouldn't be a check from behind. But that is not what you want to do, is give Dean Farrell and the Pioneers the chance to score the first power play goal less than a minute into the game.
Can't give these guys chances from those angles.
They have 18 goals in their first 2 games, and they've got one right there, and this is just a beauty. Luke Wiles just drifts a pass over, and you can see Wiles is so dangerous, has 5 goals coming into this game. And Dean Farrell, I believe, also has 5. Those two are really sniping for this club. Farrell from Alberta, terrific player. Luke Wiles from Orillia, Ontario. Lovely town.
It's one of those tidbits you pick up in the locker room. You know,
yeah. Aurelia just, it's on the way from Peterborough to Barrie. I used to go through Aurelia all the time. I was doing CLAX and Arena League games, or CLAX games up in Barrie. So,
Za tým Pioneers dává
here
gól
comes Dean
hráč číslo
Casey.
11.
He's all revved up after the goal
Fair
earlier.
Oh yeah, he was jacked up. Fans were going nuts.
1/10 of a second, a little toe drag to get to it. Here's a chance for the Bats. That goes off the leg of Dan Lewis. That's a check from behind, just a possession call.
Big check into the boards.
And I'm sure the Bats are thinking, hey, we got a penalty for the other one. Yeah, actually, they're not even just thinking it. They're saying it quite clearly to the officials. Wojtek Weiss starts it off, gets it up top, gives it to Jan Novotny. Novotny thinking about a shot. Nobody really getting open. The offense, obviously, for this Ladner team has gotten a lot of attention because they have 18 goals, but they also haven't given up a goal yet. And there's a penalty coming to Bratislava, or to Ladner, which means Bratislava gets the extra attacker, and it's Dennis English. They have 5 on the shot clock. He's going to rip one. Dan Lewis just smothers it against his chest, and we'll see the Bats power play.
It looks like some big bodies on defense here for the Ladner Pioneers.
Yeah, they've got some big boys. They also have Sam Clare, one of the Clare brothers. Nate Clare, number 17, is a lefty forward, doing some, he's a very talented player. Both the Clares were lefty forwards for England at the European Championships 2 years ago, but Sam has moved to transition, played in the Arena Lacrosse League this year, really trying to have a go at getting somewhere. They've been kind of on the fringes, on the cusp of getting to the NLL for a while. They really want to try and make their mark. And boy, this Pioneers club is pretty solid. There's English. That shot, I think, was going wide, but it goes off the glove of Dan Lewis. Picked up there by Weiss. Back up to English. Oh, tries to go back door. It's tipped away. Andrew Gwindon getting a stick on that, but the Bats retain possession. Shot comes straight back. Taylor Embry off the backboards himself. So dangerous when the ball comes ricocheting out and the defenders have to turn their heads. But he missed on the second opportunity. There's a cutter. They try to get it to Peter Patsko coming through the middle. Taylor Embry tracks it down. They've got 18 on the shot clock.
The Bats moving the ball well here.
That shot didn't turn into much as we had a solid check. I believe that was Gwindon again. And there's a dunk attempt by Dennis English.
That's one of his favorite shots in the game.
Yeah.
He looks for it.
Often succeeds, but Dan Lewis was ready. So Taylor comes out of the box. That was Andy Taylor serving the minor penalty. Luke Wiles takes the ball. Gets a pick. And for those of you in Canada or elsewhere, oh, there's a shot by Wiles watching and saying, hey, Ryan Keith can't do that, can't just move the guy in the pick. You actually can in European lacrosse. You can set the pick and just keep moving him.
That's where the weight room comes in handy.
There you go. And knowledge of leverage. Greg Lund with the shot. The ball's bouncing around. There's Wiles. That is not fair to a goalie. Travis Sandin is a good goaltender, but Luke Wiles is a sniper.
There were a lot of fakes there. He is an incredible player.
Great hands, former NLL star. And Pete, let's see what he does here to make this happen.
You know, it's the first time playing at the tournament, I think. He's really adjusted well to the game. You know, the speed of the game here. It's a short, fast format. And you really have to be efficient in offense.
You do. Had an interview with Luke for my podcast. Box will beat, and here he goes again. Oh, and the save by Sandin.
That was a nice hand save.
Yeah, just stuck the mid out. Nate Clare going after it, but it's going to be Andre Radamak that comes up with the ball for Bratislava. Lobs it out, just gets it through to Weiss. Turns Johansson, and then spins around. Vincent Johansson, number 81, playing some D. He's up top.
You know, again, the Bats, they practice together almost every week, so they're well drilled.
Are they all pretty much focused around Bratislava? Or?
For the most part. Yeah. They have a few imports here from the States. Dean Casey, Taylor Embry, Travis Sandin, but you know, they play together regularly.
Yeah, and they're all fairly close where they live.
Yep.
I mean, Slovakia is a fairly big country. They could be spread out.
But a lot of them are in and around Bratislava, and then they have a few guys out east, is my understanding.
Michael Gillen going for a run, loses his stick. He'll go back and get it. Gillen, a big bruiser, had a successful career in CLAX in the Arena League, and played for England in the 2017 European Championships, and can be effective in transition. Not a burner. There's a shot and a nice save by Lewis, as Taylor Embry got a pretty good chance there. Claire, nice job tiptoeing past the line. Can't get it to Gillen though. Kind of side hopped him.
Taylor looks good after taking a big hit to the head in his last game. Seen a couple stitches in the tournament so far.
Yeah, I mean, you were showing me the picture of Dan Deckelbaum, where there was an incidental knee to the head. I mean, not incidental to him, but it definitely was not intentional.
Little late night tour of the Prague hospital system.
There you go.
Oh,
what
check.
a trail check.
Selling
That is
out.
Fleury. Absolutely going horizontal, Tyler Fleury.
That's another one of the U.S. imports, I believe.
Yeah, Andrew Gwendon had no idea that was coming. He is over there saying, he's saying to his teammates, I didn't know. I didn't see him. It's hard to warn a guy of that because it just happens so quickly. English, watched carefully by Jordan Gwendon.
Great save.
So there are 3 Gwendons. Andrew is 14. Jordan is 29. Wait, there's 2.
All
I
on
was
the
seeing
same
double
team?
for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, just 2 on the Pioneers.
So 2 sets of brothers.
That shot comes off the back boards. Can't be corralled, though. So Vinny Ricci is going to go after it. Gets the ball, tosses it up top. Sorry, that was Sam Clare actually picking it up. Sam Clare's going to stay for an offensive shift. Gets the ball. And figures he might as well make it count. Sidearm rip just inside the post.
It seems like they have shooters almost all over the floor.
Yeah, even in defense.
Yeah.
You'll see he just drops the head of the stick down. And I mean, that's a perfectly placed spot just below that hip to knee area. Oof.
It's interesting. The sun's just going down here in Radotín, and it creates some really interesting hard angles for the goalies.
Yeah, and I mean, it's changed. That's one thing. I mean, the outdoor box is beautiful. It's fun to be outside, but it's also challenging. Gillen facing off. He's up against Will Mahan. So this is probably the face-off battle of the tournament. I'm trying to think of some of the other top face-off guys, but this is the best head-to-head I've seen.
Yeah, Will's been fairly dominant most of the tournament
He
so
has.
far.
Playing Glasgow, I mean, Brian Whitmer would go to just the sweep, just try and sweep his stick on his hands as soon as he picked the ball up and try and knock it loose.
It looks like they're keeping the sticks a little further away from the ball this year.
They are. They're actually using the dotted circle. Your sticks have to be outside that. They can be on the inner edge of that dotted circle, but can't be inside it. So it does change it very much. I was talking to Will Mahan about it, and he got really technical beyond what I can really follow pretty quickly. There's so much science or art.
That's right.
To the face-off. There's Lund. Nice pass across, and the movement, great play, but a big save by Sandin.
Full layout.
Yeah, Vinny Ricci right on top. Vinny Ricci looks like there he is. He's got the ball coming in, buries it. Revenge for the save.
It's a relentless press.
Yeah. 4-0. We're about 9.5 minutes in. Vinny Ricci, you can see the hair starting to grow back. We were looking at some pictures. I think it was Limestone that he went to, and he had the mullet just gradually getting longer and longer.
His characters all over this tournament.
Yeah, he's a fascinating guy. It was pretty substantial lettuce for a while there. He also, when he was in the Minto Cup with the Coquitlam Adenauers, he and I can't remember if it was his brother or one of his teammates. They dyed their hair blonde and then each had a purple strip on different parts of their hair and stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you do.
If you're an Adenac, you do.
You do.
Very proud tradition. What a great organization. Here's Luke Wiles. Up to Keith. It's just a hard overhand rip from Dean Farrell. Did that go in?
I think it bounced off the boards.
Wow. We're going to have to watch the replay on that one to see exactly how that caromed.
I think Sandin got hit in the back of the head by the ball, and it might have caromed in.
Yeah, Dean Farrell, not exactly the big celebration. He just kind of tilts his head to the side. The one from behind the net should actually be interesting here. Oh, no, it was just tied up in him and just fell out. So it was in his gear, up around his neck, and then he moved and just dropped down and landed in the net. Mahan pulls that one back, and Wojtek Weiss. There's Luke Wiles with the press, gets the ball, thinks about going to the net, sees a bunch of black jerseys, and we'll wait for some gray jerseys to come and help him. We got 4 minutes in the first half. I'm Steven Stamp with Pete Saya.
What do they say? The best offense is your defense or something like that?
And the best defense is your offense?
There you go.
Forecheck?
I think my dad said that.
I think everyone's dad said that.
I think so. Well, they really aren't letting him get across half field. It's impressive.
No, I mean, Bratislava has barely controlled the ball on the other end. If we take a look to our right, Dan Lewis is literally sitting with his goal stick across his knees and one hand on either end, just stretching, hanging out, relaxing. He hasn't faced a ton of shots, but he's been impeccable when he's faced them.
Right? Not a goal yet in the tournament.
Dennis English gets it across mid-floor. Avery runs through the pick that was being set by Peter Patsko. That ball rolls into the corner. Like Maricek trying to come up with it. Sorry, Martin Kuhlman. Here comes Sam Clare into the offensive zone again. 3-on-2. Nice pass to Farrell. And Sandin is not going to move because he knew that he had Keith's shot pinned against him.
He's not going to take any more chances with those.
English takes the pass, looks around. Waving someone over to pick for him. There's the roll. Perfectly played by Taylor.
Yep.
And a stick just went flying on the far side. Havlik lost his stick. Ball is loose, scooped up by Ladner. And here comes Johansson. Sandin planted on his goal line, and Johansson just bounces it through his legs.
They seem to have numbers almost at every part of the pitch.
They do.
Incredible.
And I'm calling him Vincent Johansson because all the Europeans, you get the soft J going, but it's probably Johansson.
Yeah.
And this is just a beauty, bouncing at 5-hole. Little cradle, find your spot. Just put it there.
Stuck it.
I want to know, I was asking Barbara Zelenai, one of our officials who's organizing the officials, how big the nets are, whether they're 4x4.6 or 4x4.9. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm going to find out.
That's
my mission
They
to
look
find out.
big, but it's hard to tell because it's outside.
Yeah.
The scale gets thrown off. I find the replay looks a little smaller than it feels out there when you're playing. But
Mike Avery taking a penalty here. It's going to be is it 2? I see it unsportsmanlike, but I thought he had one first.
let's see a replay.
Yeah. It gives Bratislava a chance, whether it's 1 or 2. That's going to go up once play is blown in. It's 1 minute, the unsportsmanlike. Bratislava working the perimeter to start. Dennis English is down low. Now he'll cut to the middle. Gets a seal. Actually sets a seal. Weiss with the shot. Lewis makes the stop, pounces on the rebound, lobs it ahead. A little too far though, and Bratislava's going to get back. Oh, careful. Ooh, Martin Kuhlman very close to picking it up on one side of center and stepping over. That's where you make sure you turn towards the boards, you just take that first step before you pick it up. Worked out okay for him though.
That's a rule some of us Americans take it used to.
English picks it up along the boards, fresh 30 for the Bats. They've got 15 left on the power play. That shot didn't get through from Embry. Sam Clare is going to tap it around Embry, loses his stick, so he'll kick it ahead to Zabo. Does the ball get there in time? It does. Shoot, scores!
Soccer assist.
That is a great assist from Sam Clare. That may be the play of the tournament.
The good old foot wedge, as they say.
Yeah, although I don't know, that last second goal by Dean Casey's up there too. This is just terrific. I mean, and very controlled. It wasn't wild. He in step, didn't go for the end. And Zabo.
Oh, that's a nice finish.
Yeah, being chased by Peter Patsko. And Patrick Zabo, just a terrific play. Just before the half. How many goals have we seen in this tournament within seconds of halftime coming?
A lot.
It seems like it.
It seems in like the last 5-10 seconds. There's been a ton of action.
7-0. We're going to take a 3-minute break for halftime, and we'll be back with more. It is 7-0 Ladner Pioneers over the Bratislava Bats. I am Steven Stamp with Pete Saya. We'll be right back.
Viděli jsme první polovinu prvního utkání, prvního boje o čtvrtfinále, které jasně dominuje tým Pioneers. Je to zajímavost, pokud to sledujete, tak Pioneers ještě nedostali branku letos, takže uvidíme, kdo bude první šťastným střelcem, který překoná brankaře týmu Pioneers, který má zkušenosti z nejvyšší soutěže Senior A. Takže opravdu je to velmi kvalitní golman. Tak zatím nepustíme ani do střelu do svá záda. Tak uvidíme, co bude ve druhém poločase.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends. I am Steven Stamp, joined by a slightly louder Pete Saya.
Yeah, there we
We're
go.
gonna turn you up. And we're still working on the levels, getting everything sorted out here at the Alice Hrebesky Memorial. It's 7-0 for the Ladner Pioneers. They won their first game 10-0, their second game 8-0. They're just getting better as they go.
They are. Hearing a lot of scratchy voices around here.
Yeah.
Day 2.
Yeah, a lot of yelling. I'm not the only one who has to be careful with my throat. If you want to be able to communicate as the Mega Men try to get back to fighting towards a championship here.
That's right. In fact, the next game, we'll play the winner of the next game, Turku Titans and Jagged Mountain. That should be a good matchup.
That should be a good matchup. I mean, obviously you feel like Turku, a semifinalist last year and a bronze medal contestant, has to have the edge, but Jagged Mountain has some players, and they can play the game.
They do. Again, another unique matchup here at the Hrebesky.
Yeah. Broken stick. Oh, and there's a goal for Dean Farrell. That's a beauty. Just finding a little bit of space to the post side of Bratislava Adam.
Just a little crease under the elbow, and he stuck it.
And we can see on the replay, nice skip pass across the top. Oh, that is beautifully placed. I love this behind the net angle that we always get. Oh, that shot just between the arm and the body.
Great shot.
Gillen back out after Zabo took the last face-off for Bratislava. They're pretty much alternating. Here's Will Mahan. Mahan pulls that one out clean. Flips it to no one, though. Luke Wiles sees where center is. He's looking for someone off the bench, and he's got to have some help. Mike Avery was just going to the bench and not looking. I think Luke Wiles was like, dude, be there for a pass, but Wiles fights his way through.
Yeah, he was strong on the line there.
Luke Wiles is very strong. He's in the best shape of his lacrosse life.
Absolutely.
Pass to the middle, picked off. The last second hero, Dean Casey. We're in that.
Just taking these big runs.
Oh!
Got to close that door. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he's not happy about being checked into the open door.
No, that's
at
not
all.
right at
Dean
all.
Casey is fired up. And I'll tell you, Jordan Gwendon's running in there, but I don't think there's anything that Dean Casey has to apologize for right now. That is not cool to have that door open.
No, we've seen that twice today. The door being open and guys
see it there.
That's
Oh.
really dangerous.
Yeah, and he is furious and goes after Vinny Ricci. And I don't think Vinny Ricci's a dirty player, but that is not. And actually, it's not really on Ricci. He's just checking the guy.
It's on the door guy. It's on the team.
You gotta have the door closed.
You got to know that door.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, people tend to just kind of be like, "Hey, can you come run the door for us?" Which is fine, but it is important to get that door closed because that can really hurt. You saw the immediate reaction from Casey. Wyndon, who ran in, is going to be the only penalty. I assume it's just 1 minute.
It'll be interesting to watch how Casey runs after that.
Yeah. Boy, that can just that got up into his ribs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
But if the door's closed, he glances off and he probably continues to
It's a
play.
check. He just keeps going. It's no problem. He's not upset. But
Looks like the refs are talking to him now.
yeah. Oh, there's Vinny Ricci is coming as well. And so it's roughing for Ricci as well. And again, as we said, I don't know that that's really on Vinny Ricci. I mean, you're checking a guy. I mean, some awareness is good, but how are you going to know if the door is open as you're running along beside him?
You really can't. You just got to play the game.
Yeah.
You got to assume the boards are closed and everything's right.
Yeah.
Frankly, you don't see it. I'll be honest. The speed the game's played, it's really hard to see at that point.
Oh, and actually Casey is going as well for a minute. So it'll be 5-on-4. Ricci and Casey will be in there for the original fouls, and they won't be released until there's a hard stop after their minute expires. Gwendon will actually be the one who comes out 60 seconds from now, or if the Bats score a goal. So onto the power play. Taylor Embry at the top, over to English. Look to get it back, and now Will. Kind of handcuffed, but English caught it. Face saved by Dan Lewis. That was actually an amazing catch by English. That is a tough one, right? It's thrown down by your hip.
Yeah, he's got great hands, that's for sure.
Does.
Look, he's on his horse here, getting back.
He moves pretty well. He's a big guy.
That's right.
I almost look him eye to eye. He's nearly up to my height. He's about 6'4", 6'5".
Yep, big boy. A little 220 plus.
Here comes Dean Farrell with the ball. We've seen him bury a couple of rockets. 25 seconds left, and he's just going to take his time, wait for the shot clock to expire, or close to it. Now he goes to the net, scores! What a spot by Dean Farrell.
Just put it right above his shoulder.
That is a beautiful play. Many a Western goalie has been the fate of that, had that fate befall him. just off the shoulder cap of Bratislava Adam.
I've heard his number and name called a lot at this tournament. He's got to be one of the leading scorers at this point.
He is. And he actually was very close to the crease with that right foot.
Yep.
Zabo back out against Mahan for 3 minutes into this second half. All the players have been released as the minute has expired, and we had a hard stop.
Peter Patchko with a great ground ball.
Yeah, hard stopping, a face-off, a goal, and a penalty. Timeout. Loose ball all around the feet, and Taylor Embry comes up with it. Hard check from Taylor. Here comes Luke Wiles, and now it's Adam's turn to deal with it. Around the world. I'm going to say Wiles went through the crease and then picked up the ball. He's going to smile. He's always smiling.
Oh, he is.
You know, it's funny because when I talk to him for the podcast, just go to NLL, to the NLL on Twitter, and they'll have it out. And Luke Wiles, he was saying, you know, I don't know, I got a reputation. I think people thought it was, I don't know what they thought. I had a bad attitude or something, but I just love playing the game.
Yeah.
There's a save by Lewis. He just got a touch of it. Almost broke his perfect streak.
I've been playing with Luke for about 2 years, and I got to say, he's playing about as happy as he's ever played.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's showing off out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's 9-0. Go ahead with the around the world. I don't mind it. Looks awfully good if it goes in.
Yeah, it does. Seen a few of those this tournament already.
Yeah. Novotny heading down low, trying to come out. Does. Nice save.
Off the post.
Did Lewis get a bit of it on the way?
He might have.
I think he might have just grazed it. There's the pass ahead to Gwendon.
Big hit.
Yeah.
That's a great play.
That's got to be a hole.
That's a great play.
Yeah. Wait. No, that can't be right.
Surely he's got that backwards.
It has to be backwards. A slash? Wyndon tackled him. He literally wrapped his arms around.
With possession.
Yeah, around Tyler Fleury's legs. Is that Fleury? I just don't understand that.
No comment?
Yeah, you've got to go play out there. I just don't get it. I don't know. I think the refs overall do an amazing job. It's very difficult down there.
That's right.
But I strongly disagree with that one.
It's always a little easier looking at it from above.
So much easier up here. And then we get the replays and stuff. Oh, what a finish by Vinny Ricci. Great cross floor skip pass by Greg Lund. And Ricci buries it. And Bratislava Adam looking a little uncomfortable as he's down on his hands and knees.
That's right. He's seen a lot of shots already. One thing you notice about the Pioneers, the spacing on the floor is always right.
And it seems it's so natural to them, right? I mean, these guys have been playing their whole lives, and it's something here watching European lacrosse and international lacrosse. You see guys trying to get a hang of it, and it just seems so natural. And I mean, I'm no great lacrosse player. I play in an old guys league in Peterborough. I played as a kid, obviously being in Peterborough, but you know, I find, you know, I'm out on the floor, I see where people go, and you just kind of naturally step this way or step that way. It's just because you've always played it and watched it. These guys are still developing that. The cool thing is seeing these teams as it comes along. You played with Slovakia, you can see those guys working with it.
Yeah,
the coach, right?
They've made a lot of progress, that's for sure. You know, and for the Bats, you know, playing against a team like this, they're going to learn a lot. It's one thing to watch, but it's another thing to be out on the floor with these guys, and, you know, I think they'll learn lessons from it.
Taylor Embry with the ball. You might learn more going back and watching your game after.
That's right. Yeah, we've been doing that all week with the Mega Men, doing film study after the games to, you know, because sometimes the experience of the game can look a lot different on
it's
TV.
So fast too,
yeah,
right? You think you did something, you realize when you see it what you actually did.
That's right.
I mean, we talked about how we have a great view from up here. We get the replays so we can see what the refs have done wrong. You also see what the players have done right and wrong. Embry trying to fight through Taylor.
Oh,
goes
sneaky.
Behind the back. That was pretty nice. And we did, I mean, just a moment ago, we saw Dennis English with the reverse whip that almost found its way in. A touch, so it's no over and back. Havlik will get there, but Luke Wiles gets there first. 1-on-3. Oh.
Wow. Luke Wiles been everywhere this game.
No goal because there's a illegal substitution call behind the play.
Did Luke come out early?
Apparently.
I mean, that would make sense if he's cheating, because he's certainly been everywhere in this game.
I just feel like Ladner generally doesn't need to go early to get pressure in this
Not
game.
a 10-0 with 8 minutes left.
Yeah. So Reg Ferguson will go and serve 1 minute or less if Bratislava can get on the board. Kulman over to English. I like Dennis English's chances of becoming the first player to score against Dan Lewis in the Pioneers.
Yeah, they got to get off the mark here.
There's English. He scored 2 earlier today from that spot, but misses this time. There's a leg save. It's going to get up out of play and a fresh 30 for the Bats. Still on the power play for that entire time. Kulman. Down to Patsko. There's another save for Lewis. He's just going to lean on that. Hands it to his defender, Andrew Gwindon. Nice pass. Sam Clare. Good little move to get past Kuhlman. He's going to pull up. He's got a man cutting to the back door. It was Ryan Keith slipping in, but good decision by Clare not to force it.
Oh, great wrap check there.
A nice strip. Martin Pijar.
One of the veteran players of the Bratislava Bats and Team Slovakia.
Looked like Adam tried to headbutt that ball as it kind of bounced just higher than he could get to. He just reached up, tried to get it with his face mask.
Yeah, you got to use everything, you know.
Whatever you got.
We've seen the ball kicked across. We've seen a kick assist today.
There you go. I feel like most goalies, when you get that gear piled on, it's hard to jump very high.
It is.
I've worn the
weighs
goalie
a
gear
lot.
a couple times. It's not easy to move around in. There's a save by Lewis, swallowing up that shot by Fleury, who was falling to the turf. And that was actually checking in the crease, but they're going to let that one go. You can't check the guy when he's standing in the crease with the ball. Simple. Can you do this? No.
That's black and white. No gray there.
Yeah. Nate Clare with the ball. Nate expected to play up as a lefty for England, most likely at Langley this fall. There's Luke Wiles. Rips one, hard off the backboard, straight back out. The one-hand catch behind the back, and had to rip one off with the shot clock coming down, but that got away from him a little.
Yep.
Some pressure once again, but Bratislava will get across. That's a nice little touch pass by Fleury. Under pressure, just stays calm. We were talking about that at halftime off air, just about how they seem a little intimidated, and it's hard not to be. There's a chance, but you can see even in the second half they're making adjustments.
That's right.
I'm really impressed with what Bratislava is doing here.
They have the skill. It's more the confidence to compete at this level, and I think each game they play, they get better.
Adam gets away with one after chasing down that ball and not corralling it. But Johansson comes up with the ball for Ladner, gives it off to Sam Clare. Across to his brother Nate. That behind the back pass from Ryan Keith just got away. That's where I think Ryan Keith is still adjusting to the rules here, because you can see he was waiting for the ball to roll out to him in the crease. You can just reach in and get it in under these rules. You just have to make sure you possess the ball before you put it in the net. You can't just swat it in. Obviously behind the net, that's not happening. English tracking it down. Zabo as well. Oh, nice play.
Nifty.
That was very cool by Jan Novotny. It's not going to amount to much, but still a great play.
Yeah, one of the younger players in the Bats. I think he's new to the club.
And that's the kind of skill that is developing.
Bats bring a big roster, 20, 22 guys.
Right.
Try to get experience.
Yeah, as many guys as possible learning the game. And that just comes, that kind of play, it doesn't look like much, but it comes from spending a ton of time with a stick and a ball and just working on things, just getting a feel for everything that your stick can do with a lacrosse ball.
Interestingly, most of the Bats only play box. They really don't play a lot of field, so they're focused on it.
I mean, Czech Republic, I always talk about as being the only country other than Canada where box is the main form of the game. But that's an arm ball.
Yeah.
But sounds like Slovakia has got a bit of that as well.
Yeah,
Dennis English doesn't pick it up. Thought he had it. Nate Clare's going to get it. English loses his stick. They're going to call a loose ball push, which I think is probably
stick and glove.
Yeah, it's all going. He's got more off than he's got on. He's going to head to the bench and get himself put back together as Vinny Ricci will set up.
There's Dean Casey back out there.
Yeah, good to see him. He's moving around pretty well.
Right.
Sam Clare's behind the net. Hits the cutting Ricci around the world. That one's blocked by a defender. Juraj Martinusik is going to pick it up. We've seen him rumble up the floor a few times.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I think 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, gets those legs going, covers a lot of ground.
Between Miri and him, they got a real big defense.
They do. Martin Kuhlman. Oh, there's a big hit by Mike Gillen. Ball pops out to Fleury. He's going to try and get a shot off, but is knocked aside. There's a goal, and the Bats break the shutout streak of Dan Lewis and the Pioneers with just over 2 minutes to go. We're going to get to the stop time. Actually, it's going to keep running probably at 10-1.
That's got to be one of the longer streaks of the tournament, I imagine.
Oh, I think it's the longest. I think everyone else has been scored upon. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure everyone's given up a goal. And this is just a great shot. That was Jan Novotny, right?
I think it was, yeah. One of the newer members.
The youngster lets it rip. And honestly, here's a chance for Claire right off the face-off. They get it back, make it 11-1. I really feel like, I don't know if Novotny even takes that shot earlier in the game because it felt like they were tentative, like they weren't confident in themselves. And I think there's probably a shot. I'm sure Dennis English talked to the guys at halftime and said, hey, let's just play things, let's play. It was interesting, I was mentioning earlier, hearing the Istanbul Sultans getting ready for a game, and one of their veteran players in the warm-up, just they gathered around and he said, hey, if we do it, they're talking about runner system. If we do it and it doesn't work, that doesn't mean we did it wrong. You do it again. It's only going to work 10% of the time.
That's the game.
Keep doing it.
And you got to be comfortable with it.
You're playing against other guys who are good and are trying to do things to stop you. Keep up with it. And I love to see that from these young teams. Turf Monster jumps up.
Yeah, big bite of the leg.
Huge. Martin Pizar is back up though and playing.
But there's something about getting that first goal in the game. It really takes a lot of pressure off the team, especially in the short format.
Luke Wiles whips it over to Farrell. Toe drag going to the net. Pass behind the net. Lund is going to come out, get it to Claire. 2 seconds on the shot clock. He's just going to kick it into the corner, but that's a pale imitation of the kick we saw earlier.
It is. But good defense for the Bats,
Obviously, Sam, the better soccer player of the Claire brothers.
Maybe there's a kicking bet before the game.
Maybe. We hereby declare Sam the winner.
Yeah, he did. Kick assist.
Yeah. Well, the 55 seconds left. Nate may get another shot.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know if it's a one-time thing or if you get two chances. There's Novotny once again. That's about where he scored from.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more traffic this time. Havlik shoots. He almost had that one.
Did much better offensive movement from the Bats here.
Yeah. Sam Clare running with the ball. Gets it ahead to Wiles. It may have been tipped by Horvat.
I think it
Martin
was.
Horvat.
Good defensive play.
Horvat had a terrific tournament last year. He's really come on strong this season. I keep saying season. It's year.
Yeah, it's amazing. The year flies by. Can't believe it.
Michael Gillen comes up with the ball. Bounce pass a little too spicy for Sam Clare.
10 seconds left.
Oh, Wiles off the crossbar. The Bats are going to try one last chance. They've got 4 seconds. No, take that to the net.
Yeah, back post.
Okay, go ahead, shoot. It's blocked.
Deflected.
Yeah. 11-1 will be the final score for the Ladner Pioneers over the Bratislava Bats. We've got lots more action coming up. I am Steven Stamp. Thanks, Pete Siner, for being up here. It's fun to have you.
As always.
Always
Thank
enjoy
you,
it. Every year you got to get up here. And good luck with the rest of your game.
Thank you so much.
Come on back and join us at
Appreciate
the AHM.
Now's your opportunity to explore, coach, and compete in one of the most unique leagues that the sport has ever seen. Contact Seth at lacrosse.co.il.
Se ihmismieli antautuu.